Hi. I did it. I'm live. So, um, my fiance and I are lazy when we get sick. So, I am no longer sick. So I'm doing dishes. Yep, that's what I'm doing. For a whole live stream. I can't tell if that's centered or not. Does that seem centered to y'all? Who knows? But we're gonna do some dishes. I hope that isn't too loud. Just saying. So, a lot of the videos that I plan on doing are currently in the process of being made. I'm not super up to date on doing videos like I want to, but with my new job and on top of the new job, my son and my fiance and always doing things, I'm used to, before I met my fiance Ashley, I strictly was like on the computer. I didn't do anything else. But ever since I got with Ashley, her and I, I've been out more, been happier. But I don't get to play games as much as I used to, which whatever. But makes it difficult to do videos. Which is why I'm doing live streams, because I get to do both real life shit and make videos all at the same time. Even though it's a live stream and whatnot, it's not that bad. Things are breaking. I need a new sponge, but I have no money. Sponge isn't bad. It's just we've been using it for a couple of days, so it's starting to wear down. But I do definitely have videos to be made, like to be edited and uploaded. Like I have one from Destiny that I really can't wait to upload because it was so good. I do have, I think I only uploaded one of Dead Island, but I have like 3 ready to upload. I'm just not sure how they turned out because I haven't seen them since I made them, so I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I was thinking about maybe doing some videos on the new Overwatch event, but it's the same event that's been out for that's come out every year for the last like 3, so nobody's really excited for that. Like even I wasn't all that excited for it, and I'm usually excited for events in video games. The new one for Destiny also seemed really like bland to me. Like I haven't been playing Destiny for very long, so I don't know how other events are. The only ones that I've gotten to see so far, from what I remember, I don't think I've seen any other ones. But I think it's just the Haunted Forest Halloween one and this winter one. I think they're the only ones that I've seen. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. Like whenever I joined, Destiny was free. That's why I joined. And Forsaken was only so much money. Like to get like all 3 of them was like $30 or something like that. So I got them because that shit was awesome. And right now my Warlock is at 620. I actually just got Prospector. I got Trinity Gold the last couple of days. I did just complete the well. I was actually over at my mom's today, so my son can visit her, and I played a little bit of Destiny over there, and I finished the Nessus Forge. And I did get the sniper rifle, but I broke it down so that I could get the shader that was on it, the New Age Black Armory, I think is the name of it. Which, by the way, is so gorgeous. Like, I fell in love with it whenever I completed the first one and I got Hammerhead. So far, I have gotten the rocket launcher, which is the Husgau. I've gotten the grenade launcher, which I do not know the name of. I have gotten the sniper rifle and the machine gun. I think that's all of them. But I think everybody's guaranteed the machine gun and the sniper rifle. What I'm really excited for is if there's a quest line, because I believe on December 18th, I want to say, the next Forge is coming out, and I really, really hope it's a hand cannon. Because I fell in love with hand cannons whenever, well, my first hand cannon that I got was Better Devils. And then Tristan got the Gravekeeper one, or whatever the hell it's called. Gravedigger, I think is what it's called. Tristan got that one, and like I enjoyed it. And then I think, I can't remember if I got Crimson or if I got Ace first. I want to say I got Ace first. I'm fairly certain I got Ace first. I think so. I think so. Anyway, I lost some thought there for a second. So yeah, that was interesting. Getting that. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. Then Ace of Spades is what really made me fall in love with them now. Like, they were so beautiful to me at that point because of Ace. Crimson, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed using it, and I really like the perks on it, but I would have liked it 1,000,000 times more if it wasn't a 3 or 4 round burst, whatever it is. I'm not a huge fan of burst guns in anything. Like, I don't, like, in the Call of Duty series, I never played them. In the Destiny, I didn't play them. Auto fire, okay. And whenever it's not auto fire, I'm really tired. Just so you guys know, it's like 10:30, and my son's actually up at his grandparents with my fiance while she does schoolwork and stuff, and while I sit on here and do dishes. Anyway, the moral of the story: I want a hand cannon. I want a new hand cannon, and I don't want Lunas because I don't do competitive or PvP. I don't like PvP. Okay, so this is the story. I hate PvP, except for Gambit and Mayhem. The reasoning is I don't feel like every single gun in the game should one-shot. And I feel like the ones that should be able to one-shot should be hard as fuck to get. Like, people shouldn't be able to grind it out in 2 or 3 days with no life. Like, if you no life it, cool. You should be a quarter of the way. If you no life it all day. Like, there's so many guns that one shot, and it's not fun to me. I don't like that in games. Like in Overwatch, like look at Sleeper. Like I grinded that shit out in like a couple of hours, and it's a one shot. Like, anywhere you hit them, it's a one-shot. And it's not that hard to use. Yeah, there's a little bit of a skill curve to it, but, like, I played with it for like an hour, and I was hitting most of my shots. Not all of them. Not all of them. Most of them, though. Queen's Breaker. I have yet to use it, but from my understanding of it, it's sleeper without the charge time. Like, stuff like that isn't fun to me when things can one-shot. Like in Overwatch, Widowmaker, she can one-shot, but only if it's a headshot. And that's with people moving around the whole time. That's with her gun also having a charge time to it, technically. Hanzo has a charge time on his weapon, and his weapon is a bow and arrow, and it's a projectile. Those are hard to get used to. Plus, with people moving around, and he also has to hit headshots. Like, things that one shot should either be A, hard to use, or B, very hard to get. Like right now in Overwatch, there is I know I'm comparing Destiny to Overwatch, and they're two completely different games made by two completely different people or companies. But I feel like if all games were to take a step back and look at other games and find out what's wrong with those games and make sure that they don't use that same mistake, or sit back and take a look at the other games and find out what they're doing right. And don't copy it, but get some ideas from it. Like Overwatch and its guns that can one-shot are hard to use. Now, some of you may be gods out there, but, like, I'm a gold player. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that I'm a gold console player. So, I'm not that great at the game. I would consider myself to be, like, because of the ranks and how they are, I would consider myself to be probably somewhere, if either in the middle or low near, like, the bottom tier, or, like, high in the bottom tier. Because I consider most people to probably be in gold, and most people to probably be in... But most people would be in gold, and next most to be, like, silver and platinum. I don't expect there to be a lot of diamond players, I don't expect there to be a lot of... I was gonna say I don't expect there to be a lot of top 500, but there's probably about 500 of them. Throwing that out there. But if you're that, like, somebody's gonna argue. It's how it always works. Somebody is going to argue, and they're gonna say Widowmaker's easy to use. Okay. There are some people who are naturally gifted with certain heroes. Like, whenever I played on PC, I was naturally gifted with using Hanzo. Like, I could just land headshots left and right without too much of a problem. But then I came to console, and there are only certain characters that I can really use effectively. Like, I can use Ashe really well now, since she's out. Hanzo, though, is probably one of my worst heroes that I can play. In all honesty. On console. Like, on PC, it was a 360 whenever I moved to PS4. And it's crazy to me that... And honestly, what it is, like, if I turn off the auto-aim feature that they have, I do a lot better, because I don't have something guiding me to them. But if I play a hero like Widowmaker, that auto-aim helps me a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I can't hit any other character in the game without it. But I also sucked with Widowmaker on PC as well. My brother was actually really good with Widowmaker. but I don't think he plays Overwatch anymore. Another thing that I wanted to ask, do you guys think... I know I mainly do, like, Destiny videos and a little bit of Overwatch videos, so this is mainly directed at the Overwatch community. Do you guys think that Widowmaker's ultimate should be reworked or made into something different? Because I don't... Like, yes, it's good. I definitely will say it's good. But it doesn't feel like an ultimate to me. Like, now Mercy's res felt like an ultimate to me, but I feel like they went about it wrong with making it an instant can res all 5 people. Now it's a charge time and it's really slow, and if you're not stupid, you can kill her off really quick. That seems better. And then there's, like, I'm also an asshole, and I camp corpses, so whenever like, I only camp them if I know they have a Mercy coming to res that person. So whenever they res, I can just shove an arrow up their ass and they're dead. It's too easy to kill them, because they're also trapped there for a second or two. But Widowmaker, it just... seeing people through walls. The reason why I think it shouldn't be an ultimate is because Hanzo has that ability, and it's not an ultimate. Yes, it's on a very smaller scale, but he can still see through walls, and it's not an ultimate. Like, it doesn't feel like an ultimate to me. So do you guys think that she should have her ultimate reworked, or do you think she's fine where she is? Another hero that I feel like okay, so I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but I feel like Lucio needs some type of rework. And an unpopular opinion that I have, other than that one, is I feel like Zenyatta needs to be redone completely. Because he doesn't feel right in the, like, within the roster that you're given. He doesn't feel like he belongs with them. Like, I know there's a lot of Zenyatta mains who can make the character really good, and I say kudos to that, because I can't do that. But mainly, he's a very low-end feeling DPS character. That's how he feels to me. He feels more like a very non-mobile DPS that has okay feeling. Another character that I hate. I'm just gonna go through all the characters I hate and watch you guys get very, very mad at me. So Brigitte. Nobody needs a healer tank DPS. All in one. That's just, it sounds stupid to me. Immediately sounds stupid. Now they're nerfing her to the ground, so that opinion might change. Another character... Lucio. Definitely Lucio. He doesn't seem fun. Like, I know a lot of people like him, and I know a lot of people can be really effective with him, but he's not fun to me. Now, that's basically all the characters I really hate. Mei, because she's a bitch, fuck her. And that's I don't hate her because she's not fun or anything like that. I die to her way too often because I'm a scrub. So, fuck her. Moving on to Destiny. I hate Titans. Titans, like, I don't know. Destiny, the PvP, it seems so unbalanced. Like, okay, so Bungie made Halo. They made Halo. Halo was so good. Halo felt so balanced. And wonky too, but not in a game-breaking way. And then you come across Destiny. Yes, it's an amazing game, and I give it 1,000 out of 5 stars. But yet you have this crazy unbalancedness when it comes to PvP. Like, you have, like, just specifically the subclasses. If you're using, say I'm a Warlock. That's my main character. If I go into PvP, I mainly have 3 choices. I can use Nova Warp, which is usually the #1 choice for most people. So I can use Nova Warp. I've seen the Arc one, the Star Wars Lightning Bolt type bullshit. I've seen that one. And I have seen Well of Radiance, which is my main one, whenever I PvE. Now, if you Well of Radiance in PvP, it is very hard to kill somebody in that. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, well, you're just really bad at the game, that's why. No. The only ways to really kill somebody in that, A, get close, and land a lot of headshots very quickly. Use a shotgun, or use your ultimate. Mainly Blade Barrage. That's nuts to me. Now, I also come from World of Warcraft, where PvP is different. PvP games aren't this 3v3 or 6v6 or 4v4 or anything like that. Like, yes, there's 2v2, 3v3, and 5v5. But mainly, there's 10v10 all the way up to, I believe it's 40? Like, 40 or 60, I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I played World of Warcraft. But I'm used to that. I'm used to having a lot of people there to help you in a fight. I'm not used to having to be able to one-shot. And yes, as I'm going through and talking about this, I'm realizing more and more that because there's so many, that there's so few amount of people, that might actually be what's needed is the ability to one-shot. But at the same time, like, that's still not fun to me. Again, this is all my opinion. I will disclaimer real quick. 1000% my opinion. This isn't something that you need to live by, because it's my opinion. And my opinion isn't yours. I know y'all know how opinions work. I honestly do. But there's some people you gotta explain that to. Especially here on YouTube. Now, I know I seem new to it because I only have so many views, I only have so many subscribers, but this isn't my first rodeo. I had an old channel named Gaming Journeyman that I ran whenever I was a teenager. And whenever I say teenager, I mean like 12 through like 17. And it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the shit out of myself. But there was a lot of hate. And the more views, the more people that like to hate come out. And honestly, I didn't like it. I hated it. Like, the people that hated so much on a video that they felt the need to comment and make sure that that person knew why what they were doing was so wrong that they felt the need to comment. Like, I made a video, somewhere between 4 and 6 years ago, maybe. Somebody felt the need to comment how wrong I was. Because whenever I was playing World of Warcraft, I found Blade Barrage in Mists of Pandaria, or not, did I say Blade Barrage? I meant Killing Spree. I found the ability Killing Spree when mixed with Spectral Blades, or whatever it was called then. I know that's another Destiny ability. To be very good together. And this dude felt the need to tell me that I sucked really bad at the game. Which, I probably did. I honestly probably did. I was never a PvP god, but I did enjoy finding things that felt really good to be able to pull off. And the reason why this guy hated it, that I made this video, is because he felt like what I was doing was so easily avoided that it made it so bad. But, now later on, yes, it wasn't very easily avoided, and it got me killed sometimes. But whenever you pulled it off, it was the most satisfying thing I'd ever do. Until I got, engaged and had a kid. But back then, my life was video games, and that feeling of being so satisfied when you beat somebody that was clearly better than you. And back then I didn't use any keybinds. I clicked everything. It wasn't until, I think, late Mists of Pandaria that I started using keybinds. Anyway, before I get more off track, it's not fun making a YouTube video and coming back to it and there being so much hate on it because of something that you thought was really cool. Like, you could actually almost one-shot in World of Warcraft when using Killing Spree. Which, back then, that was cool because not a lot of things you could one-shot with. And yeah, it was easy to use, and I know I just went on this long speech about how it sucks to get one-shot in Destiny. But here's the thing. Whenever I say one-shot... sorry, the hiccups. Whenever I say one-shot in World of Warcraft, I mean it takes about 7 abilities and keeping the person completely stunned while you do these abilities. And it takes multiple of them. So it's not a one-shot. It's more of a bunch of attacks before you get hit. That's mainly what I call a one-shot. I don't have any towels. And my hands are soaked. Uno momento. And honestly, uno momento is the only thing I know how to say in German. I'm just kidding, I know it's Spanish. I gotta turn off some of these lights. But I actually did all the dishes. Actually, don't do that. Next, I gotta clean this house. Because holy shit, I need to clean this. I have 3 couches, by the way, so if any of y'all want one, it's there. I have 3 couches because we were gonna get rid of the one, but we ended up not getting rid of the one, and we got 2 more before we got rid of the one, and it ended up being a mess, basically. ended up being a very big mess, and now I still have 3 couches, and it's been like a month or two. So we haven't really been using our couch. Like at all. Or we haven't been using our living room, that's what I meant to say, because of the couches. But I'm stepping outside for a cigar. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. I would assume so. I will put a disclaimer for in case after this goes up and somebody's watching, some kid's watching. Do not smoke cigarettes or cigars or chew tobacco or anything like that. I know I'm a hypocrite saying that while smoking a cigar, but don't do it. I started whatever I was 13ish. Ruined my life from there. Honestly, the main thing on why it ruined it is because I spend so much money on it. And depending on how old you are, you might not understand how much money you need in life. Like, we'll put this in perspective. The minimum wage, I don't think it varies throughout states. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But we'll just jump into my mind, and we'll just say that Pennsylvania is the only one that has this minimum wage. I'm not sure, but $7.25 is the minimum wage. And that's what I work. And I do full-time. Well, actually, right now I'm doing part-time, but I've done full-time before. And with a full-time job, getting paid every other week, I make, we'll say like, I want to say like 200, 400, I want to say. Something like that. I can't remember if it's 200 or 400, but the thing is, though, if you want to get an apartment, I have a nice, very cheap apartment. I love it. It's the best apartment I've ever had. I've only ever had one, but from what people tell me, it's a good apartment. And I pay $570 a month plus electric. And with that, the electric bill during the summer is about $100, between like 80 and 100. Now that the AC's out, we're paying about 20, but in the summertime, it's about 100. So for a lot of the year, we're paying $100 plus $570. So there's about, we'll just round it, it's $670. And then on top of that, I have my phone bill. I'm paying for me and my fiance at $80. And so that takes it to what, $750? We'll just say $750. And then you also have your internet bill, which I have a deal for a year at $60. So there's $810. Then you calculate in food. And just for one person, you could probably get away with $100 for a month. And that's if you're eating very sparingly and not super healthy. So there's $910. All right. So now calculate in cigars and cigarettes. We'll just say cigarettes because that's what most people smoke. Most people don't smoke cigars. With cigarettes, one of the cheaper packs that we sell at where I work is like $6.80 something. And most people smoke 2 packs a day. So there is, we'll just round it to 12. We'll round it down to 12. $12 every single day. Now, times that by 30, which I'm not going to do. So $910 plus whatever 12 times 30 is. A month. And we'll even say that you smoke sparingly. And we'll do 6 times 30, which I think is 180. So if that's right, that's $1,000 that you need every single month. Now, without that, that's 910. It's hard to do, but it's doable. At minimum wage, not so much. Honestly, to live by yourself, on your own, in America, or at least in the state of Pennsylvania, because of the rents and everything like that, I would recommend not getting a job unless... Well, I recommend getting a job, obviously, but I wouldn't recommend getting your own place until you're making like $12 an hour, between 10 and 12. Now, I know most people want the minimum wage increased, but that's not going to solve anything. Here's why. If you increase minimum wage, well, look at it this way. Take it back to the 50s. $7.25 an hour, that was probably a good fucking deal on a job. Like, I know my gram used to tell me that whenever she was a little girl, now my gram's in her 60s, when she was a little girl, she used to be able to go to the store, get her mom cigarettes, and also she would be able to get some milk and bread. $1. I'm not sure how true that is because I've never personally looked up how much, life was, how much things were back then. But if that's true, with $1 she could do that. Now, think of it this way. Milk now is like 5 something, 6 something, something like that in the state of Pennsylvania. I have shit all over my phone. So, if you take into consideration, they did increase it once, and everything else went up with it. Everything went up with it. And that's not making it $12, making it $10 an hour, minimum wage. What's going to happen? Everything else is going to go up with it. It's called inflation. Everything is going to go up with it. Rent, the price of milk, because when you increase minimum wage, you now have to pay your employees more. And if you have to pay your employees more, how are you going to do that? You have to increase the price of the product you're selling. And if you increase the price of the product you're selling, you can now pay your employees. So, milk has to go up for Gallagher's, we'll just say. So Gallagher's has to increase their milk price to be able to pay their employees. So, increasing the minimum wage is not going to solve anything. I don't have a solution because I'm not a genius on how to fix this. I'm really not. I'm 20 years old. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about now. But if you increase minimum wage, you're not going to solve anything. It's as simple as that. You're not. Oh, there it was. Oh, shit. Now I'm breaking shit. Sorry, I'm getting my TV back up. But, yeah, somehow for 20 minutes I talked about video games. 20 minutes later I was talking about minimum wage and shit like that. But, anyway, I will see you guys all in the next video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and bye-bye.